Contest, and we are solving questions from latest year 2022 paper for pre-ecolier class 1 and 2. Question number 5 is there has to be 2 coins in each row and each column. Where do you need to put the final coin? Options are available: AA, BB, DD and EE. Option number C is not available, but still we are not focusing on these type of things because we just need our answer, which should be the correct one. A big box is given on the right side of the slide where it represents the letters from the English alphabets and certain other coins. So what we are going to find in this box is there has to be 2 coins in each row and column. In every row there must be present 2 coins, and if there are not 2 coins then we need to find that letter, because we have to replace that letter with the coin, and that row or that letter will be the correct answer. So method number 1 is we are going to solve the question from the row wise solution method. As we know that R1 is row number 1 and it is actually the horizontal representation of the squares. R2 is the row number 2, row 3, row 4. So in row number 1 there are 2 coins. It means this row is crossed and the letter B is not our correct answer, because it is already filled with, this row is already filled with 2 coins. In row number 2 there are also availability of 2 coins are already present in this row, so row number 2 is also incorrect and A and C letters are incorrect, so option number A is incorrect. Move to the row number 3. In row number 3 there is only 1 coin and we need to put another coin in order to satisfy our condition that there has to be 2 coins in each row and each column. So in row 3 there is no other coin. It means option number D is correct. The letter D is correct because we need a coin instead of letter. However, we are still going to prove our answer correct by moving to the next row, and row number 4 is already have 2 coins. That is why option number A is incorrect. Row 4 is incorrect. So D is our correct option. D is our correct letter as well. So the answer is D. Now move to the column wise solution. Why we are moving to the second method? Because sometimes you got panic in the paper and you start the questions either in a row wise or column wise method, so you know both of the tricks. Here we know that the vertical representation of the squares we can represent it with column number 1, 2, 3, 4. C1 represents column 1, C2 column 2, column 3 and column 4 respectively. Then we already know that row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, R1 is the representation of row 1 and it is the horizontal representation of the squares. So in column 1 there are 2 coins, so option number A and E, letter A and E is incorrect, and we can easily check that A and E options are incorrect, but right now I didn't put it the incorrect. However, move to the second column. There are also 2 coins and there is no space for another coin. Let's move to the column number 3. Column number 3 contains only 1 coin, so it means C and D both are possible answers, but we need to find our correct answer. So it means column 3 has our correct answer. That is why I have put a question mark over there. Moving to the column number 4. Column number 4 contains both coins, so B is also incorrect. If we check our options, A, B and E are incorrect. A, B and E are incorrect. So our answer is D, because option number C is not available here. But still we are going to prove it through the row wise solution. R number 1, row 1 contains both coins, so it is incorrect. Row 2 contains both coins, it's also incorrect. Row 3 contains only one coin, so where is the other coin? It means D is our correct option. However, moving to the row 4, there is also two other coins, so option number D is correct. After checking the question number 5, we got our answer. Let's move to question number 7. Peter puts the 4 puzzle pieces shown together to make a square. Which picture can he make? So there are 4 pieces of a single picture. We need to join them and we need to check which picture is actually drawn, and when you put it and when you guess the right piece from the options, then you can easily check it from the options which one is correct one. Well, I am just explaining it like that way, that you need to put the pieces in the right order, or maybe you are guessing through certain like guessing points there must be in the pieces. So we are going for the second method. We are going for the guessing method, because we cannot take out the pieces from the paper, from the Ikmc paper. So I personally believe that we have to guess our answer from the hints. So let's move to the solution of this question. Look at the second piece. Second piece is actually contains the picture, the major portion of the picture. So we are going to use that piece and link that piece with our all options from A to E. Look at that portion. Blue part and yellow part is here. After checking the second piece, I have drawn vertical and horizontal line on every single picture in the options. Why? Because we need to match that piece that is given in the question with every piece that is available in the options. Now one by one, this is the second piece. Now one by one we are going to check it or match it with the every option. Second piece, can you please check that in the second piece there is a yellow color and the corner piece is the blue one, so it is not matching with the A because it is filled with the yellow portion only. So it is incorrect. Option number A is incorrect. Let's move to the option number B. Option number B is exactly matching that part which contains the major portion or the middle portion of the picture, because it contains the blue at the top left corner and then next to it contains the yellow part. So it is exactly matching. By moving to the, so this is our correct answer, but still we are moving to the next options in order to find in order to confirm our answer. Look at that option number C. Option number C contains the portion, the middle portion, but it doesn't contains the blue part that is on the top right corner. So it is totally filled with the yellow color. It means this option is also incorrect. Moving to the option number D, the same thing which is happening in the option number A and C. All the top left corner is totally filled with yellow, but we need a little bit portion of the blue one. So this is our incorrect answer. Option number D is incorrect. Moving to the option number E, there is not a single piece in option number E which shows the blue part, that small blue part on the top left corner. So option number E is also incorrect. It means option number B is correct, and this puzzle is actually the picture of a moon when you put it in a place. But still, in Ikmc papers we are going to guess it because we do not have the time to cut the paper, and we are not allowed to cut the paper and put the puzzles in the creases. Then we have to use the hints, and this is your own choice whether which hint you are going to choose. But this one, I think, or I prefer this one is the easiest one. So first part, second part, we are going to match the first part of the puzzle is actually the blue part, and you look at the option number B, the first part doesn't contain any other color than the blue part. Second part, you can see that the second part, the top left corner is the blue one, and afterwards there is a yellow, and then while crossing the yellow there is also another blue part. Third part is the corner of the moon, and that matches the bottom left part. And fourth part is the upper part of the moon, and which exactly matches the upper part. So option number B is correct, and this is the right option. And after solving this question, you have to fill the box properly in on the answer sheet of the Ikmc. Now move to the question number 8. Some ink spilled on a piece of square paper as shown in the picture. How many of the squares have ink on them? Options are available: A 16, B 17, C 18, D 19, and E is 20. Now that is the picture which is given in the question, and this is a square picture and a big rectangle, and small squares are present in it, but ink has fallen on it, and we need to count the number of squares that have ink on them. So our first method is that we are going to count the row number 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 rows, and rows are actually the horizontal representation of the squares. And here, how many columns are there? Column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 4 rows. R1 is actually the representation of row 1, and C1 is actually the representation of column 1. So there are 4 rows and 6 columns. Total number of squares are, we need to use the formula first. Total number of squares are rows multiplied by columns. Rows times column. On choice which method you are choosing or which saying you are choosing. Rows multiplied by columns. So rows we know that 4, and columns are 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Now we know that total number of squares in the big rectangle is 24, but still we need to find the number of squares that have ink on them. Now look at that picture. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 squares are that squares which do not have ink on them. So how we are going to find the number of squares having no ink on them? Look at the formula at the top of the slide. Total number of squares, we are going to subtract total number of squares having no ink on them. So using that formula, we already know that total number of squares are 24 minus number of squares having ink on them are 4. 24 minus 4 is equals to 20. We already know by using that formula we got our answer, which is 20. So our answer is what? Option number E, 20. However, if you are going to use another method, I have also done this for you people, because I think I prefer method number 2. This is the easiest method rather than method number 1, because we are using formula in method number 1, and some of you people don't know which formula we are going to use it in the questions, and sometimes and many of the times formulas are a bit difficult to do that. So method number 2 is the easiest one. Let us check what is method number 2. First, I am going to draw the invisible lines on the big rectangle, which is actually hidden through the ink. So while drawing the invisible lines, after drawing the invisible lines, you can check, and you can check that there is counting, and I'm going to count the total number of squares that have ink on them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So there are total 20 squares which actually have ink on them, and I think this is the most easiest method which I got it later after solving this question through method number 1. Only put the lines row wise and column wise, draw the lines and count the number of squares which have ink on them, and there are 20 squares. So 20 is our answer. Option number E is our correct answer. So I hope that you have enjoyed or you got the tricks. If you find any ambiguity, then you can write comments at the bottom in the comment section. Thanks.